Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, in whichever time you're watching this. Welcome to SSC and welcome to the 36th day of Static GK Quiz Show, in which we shall be discussing history MCQs. So there are a total of 20 questions, and let's proceed now to buy a full video course on history, polity, computer, English, or accountancy dedicated for SPSC. You can send a message to the WhatsApp number. The course price is 1,200 for each subject. So I request everyone to please participate in this quiz, and the PDF of entire series it will cost you 300. Okay, so the first question: what is the most significant feature of Indus Valley civilization? And this question has been asked in undersecretary prelims, a previous year question, and your time begins now. The most significant feature of Indus Valley civilization. The correct answer to this question is town planning. Okay, so the most remarkable feature of the Harappan civilization was its urbanization. Each city was divided into citadel area where the essential institution of civil and religious life were located, and lower residential area where the urban population lived. So town planning was the most significant feature. Okay, other features were also there, but town planning was important one. Next question: which one of the following was an important port of eastern coast during Gupta period? The options are there, and your time begins now. Kalyan, Tamralipti, Sopara, or Bharuch. Important port of the eastern coast during Gupta period. The correct answer to this question is Tamralipti. Okay, it was an important port in eastern coast, and this was an ancient port city in Midnapur district, West Bengal. Okay, so current West Bengal. It was one of Buddhist kingdoms visited by Zhuangzang in 639 AD. It was port of Gupta era for the eastern India. Next, the temple of Konark, a very famous temple, Konark temple. It was built by Narsimha of which dynasty or administration? The options are there, and your time begins now. So the Konark temple was built by King Narsimha of which dynasty or administration? Maratha, Chola, Eastern Ganga, or Vijayanagar? The correct answer is Narsimha was the ruler of Eastern Ganga dynasty, and it was King Narsimhadeva I who built this temple of Konark. Okay, so pretty simple. Next, which among the following mudra is the gesture of Buddha as depicted in his first sermon? Okay, mudra meaning meditative posture. The options are there, and your time begin now. Buddha's gesture as depicted in his first sermon: Abhay Mudra, Dhyana Mudra, Dharmachakra Mudra, or Bhumisparsa Mudra? The correct answer is Dharmachakra Mudra. Okay, it was the Buddha's gesture as depicted in his first sermon. Can anyone write where did Buddha give his first sermon? Next question. Aryabhatta, who believed to be born in 5th century AD, was the most renowned scholar of which subject? This would be easy. The options are there, and the time begins now. Astronomy, biology, medicine, or physiology? So Aryabhatta was an astronomer. Okay, Aryabhatta was an astronomer, and he believed to have been born in 5th century AD, and he was the most renowned scholar of astronomy. And he was mathematician also. Everybody knows. Okay, the discovery of zero is attributed to him. He wrote two important books. One is Surya Siddhant, and another is Aryabhatta. Surya Siddhant book is related to astronomy, and Aryabhattian book is related to mathematics. Okay, so Aryabhatta was an astronomer as well as a mathematician. So in option we have only astronomy, so we ticked astronomy. If there was mathematics, we would have ticked mathematics as well. So this is it. Next question. The iron pillar at Mehrauli in Delhi is believed to record the achievements of which of these kings or which of these rulers? The options are there, and your time begins now. Ashoka, Chandragupta Maurya, Samudra or Chandragupta II? The time is over. The correct answer to this question is Chandragupta II. Chandragupta II was the king of Gupta dynasty. Okay, and this iron pillar at Mehrauli in Delhi, it's a 7-meter column in Qutub complex, which is notable for rust resistant composition of metal used in uh, in this construction. Okay, so rust resistant. The pillar is resistant to rust. So this is important feature. The pillar has attracted the attention of archaeologists and material scientists because of its high resistance of corrosion and has been a testimony to the high level of skill achieved by ancient Indian ironsmiths in the extraction and processing of iron. It is the oldest inscription, okay, and the oldest inscription on the pillar is that of king named Chandra, generally identified as Gupta Emperor Chandragupta II. Okay, so Chandragupta II. Please don't get confused. Chandragupta Maurya is a different king. He was uh, the first establisher of Mauryan dynasty. Okay, like in the era of Chanakya. And Chandragupta II is the king of Gupta dynasty. Okay, so these two kings, Chandragupta Maurya, is of different era. Okay, of BC time, and Chandragupta II, as you know, Gupta dynasty was in AD. Okay, so Chandragupta I, Chandragupta II, Samudra Gupta, all are the kings of Gupta dynasty, whereas Chandragupta Maurya was the king of Mauryan dynasty. Okay, Ashoka and Chandragupta Maurya. So this is important. Chandragupta II is known by the title Vikramaditya as well as Chandragupta Vikramaditya, and he was the third ruler of Gupta Empire in India and was one of the powerful emperors of Gupta dynasty. Okay, as I was saying. Next, which of the following was the contemporary of Alexander the Great? The options are there, and your time begins now. Contemporary means living in the same time. Bimbisara, Chandragupta Maurya, Ashoka, or Pushyamitra Shunga. Contemporary of Alexander the Great. The correct answer is Chandragupta Maurya. Okay, he was the contemporary of Alexander, and Chandragupta Maurya, as I was saying, he was the founder or establisher of Mauryan Empire, ruling from 322 BC to 298 BC. Okay, so he ruled for 24 years. So this is it. Next question. Gupta Empire declined in the 5th century AD as a consequence of which invasion? The options are there, and the time begins now. Chalukya raids, Greek invasion, Hun invasion, or Pallava raids. So the correct answer to this question is Hun invasion. Okay, the Hun people, also known as the Hunas or Huns, invaded Gupta territory and caused significant damage to the empire. Okay, the Gupta Empire ended in 550 CE. So this is it. Next question. Whose achievements are recorded in the Allahabad Pillar inscription? The options are there, and your time begins now. Allahabad Pillar inscription. Chandragupta Maurya, Samudragupta, Vikramaditya, Skandagupta. The correct answer to this question is Samudragupta. Okay, Samudragupta was a Gupta king, and his achievements are recorded in Allahabad Pillar inscription. Next, the Bhitri Pillar in Ghazipur, UP is an important source in determining the genealogy of the kings of which empire? The options are there, and this question was asked in KBC. Okay, as you can see, he's Mr. Saswat. He was the contestant of this year's KBC, and this was a question worth 1 crore rupees. Okay, and he answered it correctly. So it was asked in KBC, and it is important from examination point of view as well. Please write the correct answer. The Bhitri Pillar in Ghazipur, UP is an important source in determining the genealogy of kings of which empire? The correct answer to this question is Gupta Empire. Okay, so the Bhitri Pillar inscription of Skandgupta. Skandgupta was a Gupta king. Okay, he was the ruler of Gupta Empire. So it basically contains the genealogy of Gupta Empire kings. Okay, so this is it. Let's go to the next question. Who among the following Kushan Emperors was the first to introduce gold coinage in India? The options are there, and your time begins now. Vima Kadphises, Vima Taktu, Vasishka, or Kujula Kadphises? The correct answer is A, that is Vima Kadphises, or also Kadphises II. First of all, understand there is one name in option D, that is Kujula Kadphises. Kujula Kadphises is known as Kadphises I. Okay, Kadphises I, or the Kujula Kadphises was the founder of Kushan dynasty. So it can be asked that who is the founder of Kushan dynasty, then he is Kujula Kadphises. And his son, that is Kadphises II, or the Vima Kadphises, he was the first to introduce the gold coinage in India. Okay, So this is it. Vima Kadphises also adopted the title of the Lord of the whole world in his issued gold coins. Okay, so this is it. Next, who was the first Gupta ruler who assumed the title of Maharaj Adhiraj? The options are there, and your time begins now. First Gupta ruler to assume the title of Maharaj Adhiraj. Skandagupta, Chandragupta I, Chandragupta II, Kumaragupta. All these are Gupta kings. Okay, and I repeat again that Chandragupta, it is different from Chandragupta Maurya, which was of Mauryan dynasty. These are the Chandraguptas of Gupta dynasty, and the correct answer to this is Chandragupta I. Okay, the one who established the Gupta Empire. He was given the title of Maharaj Adhiraj, known as King of the Kings. Okay, next, which of the following statement is wrong? One statement is wrong, and you need to tell which statement is wrong. The options are there. Chandragupta I started Gupta Era in 319-20 AD. Samudra Gupta was the greatest king of Gupta dynasty. Chandragupta II was succeeded by its son Skandagupta, and during the reign of Skandgupta, Gupta Empire was invaded by Huns, which is wrong statement. The correct answer is C is an incorrect statement. So option A, which is Chandragupta I, okay, who we just read that he was given the title of Maharaj Dhiraj and he started Gupta era in 319-20 AD. This is correct. Samudra Gupta was the greatest king of Gupta dynasty. This is also correct. Okay, he is considered to be the greatest king of Gupta dynasty. Option number D, which is during the reign of Skand Gupta, Gupta Empire was invaded by Huns. This is also correct. And the one which is incorrect is Chandragupta II was not succeeded by Skandgupta, but Kumaragupta. Okay, Kumaragupta was the son of Chandragupta II. Okay, so this is C is incorrect. Others are correct. Hope this is clear. Next question. Who was the last great ruler of Gupta dynasty? The options are there, and your time begins now. Last ruler of Gupta dynasty: Skandgupta, Kumaragupta, Chandragupta, or Vishnugupta. Chandragupta II or Vishnugupta. The correct answer is Vishnugupta. Okay, Vishnugupta is considered to be the last ruler of Gupta dynasty. Next, which of the following is incorrectly matched in Gupta administration? Okay, these all are the terms with respect to Gupta administration. Bhukti means province, Vishya means state, Vithika means city, Grama means village, which is incorrect. The correct answer is B is an incorrect match. Let's understand this a little bit. The Gupta Empire was divided into multiple provinces known as Desa, Rashtra or Bhukti. So Bhukti means province. This is correct one. Each province were subdivided into different districts called Pradesha or Visaya. So here we can see that Visaya does not means state, it basically means district. Okay, so B is incorrect. Okay, so this is it. Let's go to the next question. Again, here you need to choose the correct option. Now you need to choose the correct options. The options are there, and your time begins now. A statement are given. Let me read the statement. Dharmapala was the founder of Pala Empire. Mihir Bhoja belongs to Pratihara dynasty. Mihir Bhoja was the devotee of Lord Vishnu. You need to choose the correct option. That which of these options are correct. So the options are there, and your time begins now. Only 1 and 2 correct, 2 and 3 correct, only 2 correct, or all are correct. The correct answer to this question is only 2 and 3 are correct. 1 is not correct. Why? Because we have already discussed in one of the previous sessions that the founder of Pala Empire was Gopala and not Dharmapala. Dharmapala was the second king of Pala Empire. Okay, we have already discussed this. So this is it. All others are correct. Okay, Mihir Bhoja belongs to Pratihar dynasty and Mihir Bhoja was the devotee of Lord Vishnu. This is correct. Next question. Who among the following foreigners was the first to visit India? The options are there and your time begins now. Hiuen-Tsang, Megasthenese, I C or Fahin. The correct answer to this question is Megasthenese. Okay, Megasthenese, who was the ambassador of Seleucus, he was the first foreign traveler to India. Okay, Megasthenese. This is it. Next question. Which of the following are two works of Kalidasa? There are many works of Kalidasa, but two works as given in these options. Which are these? Raghuvamsa and Kirtarajuniya, Kumarasambhava and Raghuvamsa, Malti Madhava and Kumarasambhava, none of them. The correct answer is Kumarasambhava and Raghuvamsa. Okay, both these are written by Kalidasa. So this is it. Second last question. Okay, the answer got revealed. The first Indo-Greek king who became Buddhist was Menander II. Okay, so no timer for this. Bonus marks for you. So Menander II is the answer. Next, who among the following built the Gomateshwar statue at Shravanabelagola? The options are there, and your time begins now. Gomateshwar statue at Shravanabelagola. Who built it? Chandragupta Maurya, Kharvela, Amoghavarsha, or Chamundaraya? It was built by Chamundaraya in 981 AD. Okay, this Gomateshwar statue, and Chamundaraya was a Ganga warrior. So we saw that most significant feature of Indus Valley civilization was town planning, and the important post of eastern coast during Gupta period was Tamralipti, and the temple of Konark was built by King Narasimhadeva I of Eastern Ganga administration. We saw that Dharmachakra Mudra was the gesture of Buddha as depicted in his first sermon. Aryabhatta is astronomer as well as mathematician. Surya Siddhant is a book on astronomy written by him, and Aryabhattam is a book on mathematics written by Aryabhatta. Okay. Next, we saw that iron pillar at Mehrauli in Delhi is believed to record the achievement of Chandragupta II, the Gupta dynasty king. And we saw that the contemporary of Alexander the Great was Chandragupta Maurya. Gupta Empire declined in 5th century ED as a consequence of Hun invasion. And we saw that in Allahabad Pillar, the inscriptions recorded of Samudra Gupta, the greatest king of Gupta Empire. And then we saw Bhetari Pillar in Ghazipur, UP is an important source of determining genealogy of Gupta king. This was a KBC question asked. And then we saw that Kushan Emperor was the first to introduce a gold coinage in India, and the name of the emperor was Vima Kadphises, also known as Kadphises II. Okay. Next, we saw that first Gupta ruler who assumed the title of Maharaj Adhiraj was Chandragupta I. And then we saw that option C was incorrect. Chandragupta was not succeeded by Skandagupta, but his son Kumaragupta. All other important statements were correct. Chandragupta I started Gupta Era. Chandragupta II was succeeded by his Samudra Gupta was the greatest king of Gupta dynasty, and during the reign of Skandhgupta, Gupta Empire was invaded by Huns. And then we saw last ruler of Gupta dynasty was Vishnugupta. Incorrect match. B is an incorrect match. Vishya means district and not state. And then we saw that one was incorrect in this question, that Dharmapala was not the founder of Pala Empire, but it was Gopala. Okay. Mihir Bhoja belongs to Pratihar dynasty. Mihir Bhoja was the devotee of Lord Vishnu. Both these are correct. And then we saw the first foreigner to visit India was Megasthenese, and Kumarasambhava and Raghuvamsa are the two works of Kalidasa, 5th century poet, and the Indo-Greek king who became Buddhist. The first one was Menander II, and Gomateshwara statue at Shravanabeloga. It was built by Chamundarai. So with this we complete the session. The PDF of entire series, it will cost you 300. You may message to the WhatsApp number as you can see on the screen. So this is it. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to SSC Sikkim. Bye bye.